Who understands? The Shatin villain's first solo shopping trip was to buy ultrafins. Making a brooding recluse talk dirty in bed. That is a serious life achievement. I nodded as I watched the comments scroll across the screen. Yeah, that was me. He was so handsome. And so incredibly fragile. I couldn't help myself. Every single day, I forced him to do it with me. No. I was trying to save him. He refused to go outside. So I peeled the clothes off his body. The sun is massive today. Speaking of huge, husband. He brooded in the shower. I barged right in. Husband, you've been showering for a long time. Speaking of long. He went on a hunger strike. I shoved my hand down his shirt. If you don't eat, your abs will shrink. Speaking of hard muscles, let me feel. Then I found out the truth. He wasn't the hero. He was the villain. I ran. He caught me. He stripped off his own clothes, item by item, looking at me with red, aggrieved eyes. Wifey, I won't reject you anymore. My clothes only open for you. Do you want sweet talk? Or dirty talk? The day I found Alien, I knew he was the main character. He was God's favorite. Devastatingly handsome. Too bad he was bankrupt. I kept him in my private villa. I caged him. But it wasn't just the money. He was broken. He became a recluse. During the day, he never left his room. He never stepped foot outside his room. At night, he sat on the floor, hugging his knees. Silent tears streamed down his face. I wanted him to pull himself together. I slapped a marriage certificate on the table. He stared at me. His eyes were numb. Dad. He didn't say a single word. I rubbed the back of my neck, feeling the awkwardness in the air. Sure, the system gave me the certificate. But from Alien's perspective, I was a predator. I was the woman who got him drunk. The woman who tricked him into signing his life away. He must hate my guts. Late night. Alien retreated to the guest bedroom, just like always. I stood outside the door, listening. The sound of the shower running, the steady hiss of water against tile. It did things to me. Sure, Alien was a recluse now. A broken man. But his body. That was a certified work of art. Lean muscle. Broad shoulders tapering into a dangerously narrow waist. That perfect V-line cutting down towards his hips. And I'd seen the print in his sweatpants. He might be shutting the world out, but he was definitely healthy. The thought crossed my mind, if he ignores everyone in real life, does he ignore them in bed too? A cold-faced, silent hate F *CK. My breath hitched. I actually kind of liked the sound of that. I went back to my room. Slipped out of my clothes. I put on my flimsiest nightgown. A scrap of silk and lace that was more of a suggestion than actual clothing. I pushed open the bathroom door. Steam curled through the air, thick and heavy. Alien stood under the spray. He reached up, raking a hand through his wet hair, slicking it back. The movement pulled the muscles of his back tight. Defined. Sculpted. Water rivulets chased each other down his spine. They pulled in the dimples of his lower back before sliding over the curve of his glutes. Perfect. Firm. Alien heard the door click. He spun around. Those dead, numb eyes flashed. Shock first. Then, a flicker of heat. Anger. He snatched a towel from the rack, hastily wrapping it around his waist. Covering his legs. What are you doing in here? His voice was rough. Unused. I dropped my tone. Soft. Syrupy. Husband. I was worried about you. You've been showering for so long. I stepped into the shower stall. The water hit me instantly. The white silk plastered to my skin. It turned transparent. A second skin that hid absolutely nothing. I saw Alien's gaze drop to my chest. His throat worked. A harsh, audible swallow. The tips of his ears turned a violent shade of crimson. He jerked his head to the side, refusing to look at me. Panic flashed in his eyes. He bit his lip. Hard. He looked cornered. Like prey realizing the trap had already snapped shut. He took a step back. Then another. Until his wet skin hit the cold tiles of the wall. I pretended not to notice his panic. I stepped into his space. I lifted my leg. Slid my foot up his calf. Friction. Skin on skin. Husband. Do you need a hand? Why are you taking so long? I leaned in. My breath ghosted against his wet neck. Speaking out, long. I reached down and yanked the towel away. Alien's eyes went wide. He pressed himself flat against the wall. Nowhere left to run. I glanced down. A low, mocking laugh escaped my throat. Look at that. You might be broken upstairs. I looked back into his eyes. Teasing. Cruel. But you seem pretty energetic down here. Terrifying. You. He cut himself off. His jaw clenched so hard I thought a tooth might crack. Thick veins pulsed against the side of his neck. A map of his restraint. He was vibrating with it. Holding it back. A dam about to burst. He wouldn't speak. Fine. I hooked my arm around his neck. Dragged his head down. And smashed my lips against his. If he wouldn't use his mouth to talk, I'd find another use for it. That was the snap. Alien's eyes went red. The restraint shattered. He didn't push me away. My forehead hit the cold, fogged-up glass with a thud. I reached back, my nails digging into the shoulders of the man working silently, desperately behind me. His grip on my waist tightened. Bruising. Possessive.